It just goes to show when you list more, you sell more. It was a good week of sales, and not just in quantity of sales, but in the average sales price. So if you want to see what items sold for me, I have hair on my lip. If you want to see what sold for me, then stay tuned.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hi everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Kidizen, thredUP, my own Shopify store. I don't know, there's a few other places. But in essence, what that means is I shop locally and sometimes online and in different places for new and used clothing, the best that I can find. And I try to resell those items online on the various platforms that I just stated. It is a side hustle for me. I actually have a full-time job as a high school choir teacher. And I'm also a mother of 2 kids. I'm married. I have a lot of other stuff going on in my life, but I do love reselling. So if this is your first time checking out my channel, first of all, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. And I do hope that you consider subscribing to my channel if you do enjoy, this particular video. And if you are coming back, well, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me again. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is talking about what sold for me last week. It was a really good week. I'm so happy with how things went. And I'm going to be sharing with you where I got my items, how much I paid for them, how much I sold them for, the whole shebang, really. So let's go ahead and get started. And if you're excited to hear what sold for me, hit that like button. What are you waiting for? So we're going to start with March 15th, which was a Monday. Okay, it did not start off amazing. It started and I was like, oh, this is going to be rough times. But I feel like that's how most Mondays are, except for today. Today is Monday when I'm filming this. Today is a good Monday. We're talking, a week after the 15th. But this particular Monday did not start off so well. It started off with this pair of Freestyle, never heard of it, vegan leather trim straight leg jeans in a size 8. These I picked up at a local consignment store for under $1 because they let me shop by the bag in bulk and I was able to source items for like less than $1 a piece. I thought these had kind of like a Western cowgirl, cowboy vibe to them. I thought maybe they were in the same vein as like Aria. I don't know what I was thinking, but I picked them up. It turns out they're nothing, like they're not worth picking up. So I had them listed for a very long time. I relisted them using an app called Seller Insight because their relisting workflow is so fast and so amazing. So I relisted them after they had been listed for quite some time. After I relisted them, it took 9 days for them to sell. They sold for $10 with a shipping discount of $2.46. And the reason for that is because the day before, when it was closet clear out, I had sent someone my closet clear out message. They didn't see it till the next day and they were like, sure, I'll take that deal. I went ahead and just sent them the offer, even though I had to pay for discounted shipping this time and not Poshmark. I was like, yep, I just need to get this out of my house. So I made a profit of $4.59 on that. Not really, because like I said, I have about 80 cents into it. So really my profit was like $3.79, but yeah. So it is, it was how I started off the week. The next thing to sell was a little bit better and it was the same situation. Sorry, I just realized that you could see my bra strap through this, so I'm going to cover that with my hair. Not that anyone really cares, but anyway. The next thing to sell was by the brand Talbots, and I actually had some great Talbots and like mature brand sales this week, but it was this pair of croc print tan flats with like a rosette on the toe in a size 10, so a little bit larger of a size. I paid $3 for these and they sold for $25. Again, because of my closet clear out message that I had sent out the day before, the person messaged me back the next day and I was like, that's fine, I'll just go ahead and send you the offer. So I paid for a shipping discount of $2.46, and after shipping, after the discounts, it came out to $17.54 of profit. And if you subtract the $3 that was my cost of goods, then really I made $14.54 on those. So not amazing, but better than the $4.59 from those jeans. Moving on to Tuesday, which was March 16th, I had a pretty good sales day. So over on Poshmark, I was so happy because I sold this pair of shoes that I've had forever. They were these new without tags SAS. I don't know, people say them different ways. It stands for San Antonio shoes, and they make these really comfortable like slip-on loafers typically. They do also have like lace-up shoes and stuff, but they're really well known for their slip-on loafers. A lot of people with like diabetes will wear them because they're that comfortable, but they're just a great shoe, typically for a more mature woman. These were the tripod leather Metro horsebit loafers in a size 7.5. I'm not even gonna lie, they were pretty cute, but I got them forever ago, like a little more than a year ago. I don't think they've been listed for a year, but very close to a year. I relisted them. Since being relisted, they were still listed for another 180 days before they sold. Why didn't I relist them again? I don't know. But they did finally sell for $35. That was an offer that was sent to me. I had about $5 into them. And so after, Poshmark fees and stuff, and after my $5 cost of goods, I made a profit of $23 on those. I think I had them listed at like 40, so that was a really reasonable offer that came in. The next thing to sell was this pair of Gap denim polka dot slip-on shoes in a size 12. They took 39 days to sell. That I think was after being relisted as well. I'm fairly confident that those were relisted. And they sold for $15. And so I made $12 on those. And those were my daughters. So, it was a great way to make some money off of something that was collecting dust in my house. I think this was one of those shoes though, where like we had them and the time in which she should have worn them passed without her having really worn them very much. So these didn't really get a lot of wear. Usually my kids wear their shoes into the ground, but that worked out for me because they were in sellable condition. And then over on eBay, I had two really good sales this day. The first was this Tri-Mountain black fleece-lined hooded jacket in a size 2XL for women. That I actually got at that local consignment store, so I have less than $1 into this. I had never heard of the brand, but I picked it up because it was plus size. It was a nice looking jacket. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that everyone needs in their life. You need kind of that like transitional jacket to take you from winter to spring, that sort of thing. So I picked it up even though I didn't know anything about it. Looking up comps was really hard because basically there's just nothing in this brand, but it sold for my full asking price of $34.99. That was with them paying for shipping. That was promoted at 1%. And so I made a profit on this of $30.28. You do have to subtract the 80 cents that I have into it, but that's still a pretty good profit on something that I had no idea what it was. The next thing to sell was this pair of new with tags cool revolver rogue tapered blue pants in a size 30 by 32. They sold for my full asking price of $64.99. Plus, the person who bought these lived in Israel. And I guess Israel is not one of the countries under the global shipping program. So he actually messaged me and he said, hey, would you be willing to ship these out to Israel? And I was like, yeah, well, I do the global shipping program, so you should be able to buy them that way. And he was like, it says you don't ship here. So I went back in. The countries that are not under the global shipping program, you have to select the ones that you want to be able to ship to. So I selected Israel for him, and then he went ahead and purchased them. Shipping on these guys, he paid $38.20 to get these shipped out to him. That was kind of like the calculated shipping for a padded flat rate envelope. I don't even know how that works, but it ended up being $36.30. I mean, he gave me a little under $2 too much. I was blown away that he was still willing to pay that much. And I think the reason for that is probably because Kool isn't available in Israel. And that's what I'm learning through eBay is that people overseas are willing to pay a pretty penny for things because, some of these brands or some of these things are not available to them in their countries. I think it was last week I had a direct sale to a viewer who lived in Australia, and she got a pair of Dansko shoes and Tom McCann shoes from me because she couldn't find those brands in Australia. And so she was willing to pay I think it was $60 for shipping. So that was pretty cool that went overseas and that they sold for my full asking price. And I have $12.80 into those because I did a ton of retail arbitrage with Kool pants and shorts. I'm also experimenting with women's pants and shorts, by the Kool brand. So I'll see how those do. But man, the men's Kool stuff for me does so well. So after eBay's fees and shipping, and even after my cost of goods, I still made a a profit of $43.77 on those. That's why I love me some cool. And then over on thredUP, I had 3 sales. These were all ridiculously small baby sales. And that's because these 3, I believe, all came from a box that, I sent after they made their changes. And this box, I believe it was one of those where I was like, don't even bother sending me my stuff back. I didn't pay for like the return shipping or anything like that. So I just sent them stuff, told them to sell what they could, and I'm happy with it. So the first thing to sell was this Abercrombie Kids short sleeve gray polo shirt in a youth size 14. It sold for $15.99 on thredUP. I made $1.92. Could I have made more money on that if I had listed it myself? Absolutely. But I think what happened was these were like in my inventory, but they weren't listed, and they had been folded up for so long that they had like a big crease line, and I didn't feel like steaming them. Like, this is the honest to God truth. So I just went ahead and sent them into thredUP and had them sell them for me. I got it for free anyway, so I still made profit. It's $1.92 of profit. The next thing to sell was even worse, but again, I got it for free. It was the brand Others Follow. I think this is a brand that you can find at like Ross or TJ Maxx, and it was this raglan t-shirt in a size extra small. It sold for $6.99 on thredUP, so you can only guess what my payout was. I made 37 cents. So that's like one French fry. I don't even know what that is. That's like parking for 15 minutes. I don't know. That's ridiculous, but whatever. The next thing to sell was this Ann Taylor chartreuse long sleeve top in a size small. This sold over on thredUP for $39.99, and so I made $10 as my payout. I did have about 80 cents into that one. That is something that I picked up at the local consignment store. I don't know, once I got it home, I was like, I don't want to list this, or maybe again, it just had too many wrinkles and stuff, and I just didn't feel like steaming it. So I sent it, and I made my monies. That one I got for free as well, so I sent it and I made $10 of pure profit. That was a little bit better of a payout, not bad for free inventory, so I'll take it. And then moving on to Wednesday, which was March 17th, I sold another pair of SAS shoes over on Poshmark, and this was a pair of black tripod comfort slip-on loafers. They were in a size 10. These I got an offer on for $25. I think I had these listed for $30. So again, that was a really good offer. Those were listed for 43 days after being relisted, I'm pretty sure. I had about $5 into those as well, and so I made a $20 profit. I feel like, the SAS shoes that I have, I've just been sitting on for so long. So I've been seeing them a lot, like in different thrift stores and consignment stores as I've been outsourcing. And I've been leaving them behind just because they're taking so long to sell. But then, of course, these two sold, within a day of each other. So I don't know if I'll continue picking them up or not. Let me know in the comments down below if you have good luck with SAS. And maybe the styles that I had just weren't doing so well. Or maybe these styles are doing well now because people are going back to work, and I could totally see people wearing these to work. So I don't know what it is. And then over on eBay, I had a good sales day. It was a good sales day. So the first thing to sell was this pair of Tree Torn. I had never heard of this brand, but Tree Torn black leather ankle lace-up boots. They had Gore-Tex in them, which is why when I found them at a local consignment store, I went ahead and looked them up. I couldn't find that many comps on them. This brand just does not really show up on a lot of reselling platforms, and the comps that I saw were like meh, but I took a chance on them because of the Gore-Tex and because they were in a men's size 13, which is a little bit bigger. So I went ahead and listed them for $64.99 on eBay, with them paying $10 for shipping. It sold for my full asking price, and it sold within like 2 weeks of being listed. And the pictures were not amazing because I think that day when I was taking pictures, I think that the lens of my camera was like kind of smudgy. I've just like not been very good about making sure that my lenses are clean before filming or before taking pictures. So I don't know, they just kind of looked like there was a haze over them. They still sold for my full asking price. I had $5.63 into them. That was my average cost of goods for that particular thrift haul, and I will put that thrift haul right here. So I was so happy with that sale because I made a profit of $48.18 off of those shoes. If anything has Gore-Tex, even if the brand is like whatever, or you can't really find that much about it, I mean, at least look it up. But really, if someone has Gore-Tex technology in it, probably is worth picking up if you can get it for cheap enough. Gore-Tex basically means that it's waterproof and it's just really good for, outdoor use and stuff like that. So I was really happy about that. I know Kathy over at Ginger Marvin was asking on her Instagram, she had recently picked up a pair of Tree Torn shoes as well, and she was asking if anyone had heard of this brand. And I was like, I just sourced a pair of boots by them too. So we'd kind of pick them up around the same time. I'm curious, Kathy, if you're watching, have yours sold yet? And if so, for how much? I bet they sold for a lot more than mine because Kathy gets a ridiculous amount for her shoes sometimes. So the next thing to sell for me was another pair of those new with tags cool pants. These, however, were the Rider full fit pants in a size 28 by 32. They sold via offers to watchers. I saw that they had, a couple watchers on them. So I sent out offers to watchers for $60.90 with free shipping. I'm kind of like doing some with free shipping, some with ship, just kind of playing around with it. And they were also promoted at 1%. So after, shipping, after the promoted fees and my cost of goods, which was $12.80, I still made a $41.40 profit on those pair of pants. Did I say that I love cool? I love cool. My only fear is that I have a lot of pants and shorts by Cool in larger sizes for men. So like size 40, size 42, because that's what they had a surplus of at this store. The pants that have been selling so far are like the smaller sizes, like the 28s and the 30s. So I'm going to need some men with like a size 42 waist to hurry up and find my pants and buy them, because I'm starting to freak out that the size that I have the majority of is not actually going to sell through. So we'll see what happens. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you want to see in the weeks to come if those bigger sizes sell. But this week was a good week for those pants. The next thing to sell, not super exciting. That's okay. It was this brand One by One. Never heard of it. These like khaki rhinestone cargo shorts in a size 6. I got these for free from a friend. They sold for $10 with free shipping, promoted at 1%. Shipping was only $3.57. They were so lightweight. And so I still made a profit of $5.33. That's like a McDonald's large French fries, a $1 Coke, and one of those, vanilla cones. Oh, their vanilla cones are so good. Okay, moving on. I sold this pair of Madewell Cali Demi boot high-rise crop jeans in a size 30. They sold for my full asking price of $49.99 with free shipping. I did put them in a padded flat rate envelope. So after shipping, fees, and my cost of goods, which was $11 and where did it go? 24 cents. I made $25.99 on those jeans. I have picked up this exact style before at a Plato's Closet, and they sold really fast. They sold for $35. These, like I said, sold for $50. That was with free shipping, however. So this particular style of Madewell jeans, the Cali Demi boot, they sell pretty well and they sell pretty fast. So if you see those while you're outsourcing, I would definitely pick them up if you can get them for a good enough price. The next thing to sell on eBay was this pair of Nike black pull-on athletic pants in a size medium tall. They sold for my full asking price of $24.99 with free shipping and being promoted at 1%. Shipping was $4.12 after, my cost of goods, which was 80 cents because I got it at that consignment store. And after shipping and fees, I still made a profit of $17.32 on those pants. Anything that I can pick up for under $1 that is like Nike or athletic wear, Nike, Under Armour, those kinds of brands that are very basic bread and butter, I will pick those up all day at that low price of under $1 because I can usually make at least, $15 on those. The next thing to sell was over on thredUP. This was a pretty decent thredUP sale. So it was this Lane Bryant pink cardigan, just open front in a size 22. It sold over on thredUP for $59.99. I got it for less than $1 at that consignment store. My profit was $21.60. I don't know about you. I have a really hard time moving Lane Bryant. I don't know why. Maybe I priced it too high in my Poshmark Closet and eBay store. I just personally have a hard time moving it. So I was really happy that that one sold over at thredUP. And then moving on to Thursday the 18th, I only had eBay sales. And then Friday, the next day, I only had Poshmark sales. That's why I love cross-listing. Even if you are only cross-listing over to one other platform, because you should not be like me and spread yourself too thin and be on like every single platform that exists. But even if you're just cross-listing over to one more platform, and if you're on Poshmark right now, I would highly advise that that other platform be eBay, just because there are so many people on eBay shopping. But even if you only cross-list over to one other platform, I promise you it is so worth it. And my tool of choice as far as cross-listing is List Perfectly. I will put a video right here and I'll link it down in the description below as well, just as far as how I use List Perfectly in my everyday reselling business to, cross-list my items over to different platforms. But you're going to see, I had some great eBay sales this week, and it's only because I was able to cross-list those items really quickly over from Poshmark to eBay. So if you want to try out List Perfectly for yourself, definitely consider using the coupon code that is down in the description below to save 30% off of your first month. So my eBay sales were as follows. The first one was this pair of Guess Bashful, that was the style name, denim bow leather wedges in a size 9. I picked those up at the local consignment store for under $1, and they sold for my full asking price of $24.99. They were promoted at 1%, and I did have the buyer pay for shipping. So after all of the fees and cost of goods, I made $20.37 off of those. The next thing to sell was this Fossil black printed canvas bag with like a key charm. A lot of times Fossil bags, they have like the little key. This sold for $22 to a viewer named Nancy. So Nancy, thank you so much. I don't get a lot of viewer sales over on eBay. They're typically over on Poshmark. So that was pretty cool. But it sold for $22. Nancy paid $8 for shipping. Shipping was actually $10.68, which is fine. And so after my cost of goods, which was $3 in shipping and fees and all that kind of stuff, I made $11.52 off of that bag. Not like the biggest profit, but I'm okay with it. The next thing to sell was pretty exciting because it was a toy that we just had in our house. It was this pink Barbie folding house, and it was like a portable Barbie house. It would like fold into itself and become this little carrying case with like a handle and stuff. So we got this, maybe I got it at a garage sale or we got it for free from someone at church. Regardless, I'm just considering it as, zero cost of goods because my daughter played with it for a really long time. And my niece, whenever she comes over, she likes to play with it too. But my daughter doesn't really play with it anymore. And when we were cleaning out our playroom, she said that this was one of the things that could go. She actually has another little Barbie dollhouse type thing, and she doesn't really play with that either. But I went ahead and looked up comps for this, and I was pretty surprised because they were pretty good. Like, they were selling for like $25 to $30 with shipping. So I kind of shot for the stars. I listed mine for $29.99. I had them pay $15 for shipping, and it was promoted at 1%. Shipping actually was only $8.38. And I think it's because even though that was like a 3-pound shipping rate, they lived really close by. I don't know why it was so cheap. I ended up making $31.66 off of this thing, just stuff that was laying around my house. I actually read somewhere, I think it was someone's Instagram post, they said that the average human being has like 30 or maybe it was 40 items in their house that they could sell on eBay and make a profit of over $3,000 on. I really think that that's true, whether it's, toys like this, whether it's kitchen stuff, or if you've got like old DVD players or even like tape cassette players laying around. You just never know how much those things are going for online. So if you're hurting for inventory, start in your own house. Look around your own house and see what you can sell. So moving on to my day of Poshmark sales, which was Friday, March 19th. It was a great sales day over on Poshmark because of Closet Clear Out. I talk about my Closet Clear Out method all the stinking time. I will link it here and I'll have it down in the description too in case you want to check it out. But it just, I don't know, if it weren't for Closet Clear Out, I don't think I would have the sales that I have. So the first thing to sell was not because of Closet Clear Out. It was because of an offer that was sent to me. And it was this pair of H&M black vegan leather lace-up dress shoes for a little child, wearing a size 8. Those took 99 days to sell. I think that those were relisted too. I don't even know, but just too long to sell. I only had less than $1 into them because I got them from that local consignment store. And so they sold for $12. And after Poshmark fees and my cost of goods, I made $8.25 of pure profit on those. The next thing to sell I was really excited about because it was this pair of Alukai. I'm probably saying that wrong. I've only sold this brand once before, but it's a really great outdoor brand. And this doesn't really seem like an outdoor type shoe, but it still did really well for me. The style name was Kiawe. I am probably butchering that as well, but it was this pair of leather lace-up Oxford shoes in like this grayish color, if I remember correctly, in a size 7. Those sold for $40 and my cost of goods was $5.63. I made a profit on those shoes of $26.37. And those only took 18 days to sell. So that was really exciting. And a number of these sales, so like the Alukais, all the cool stuff, like the Madewell jeans, a lot of my higher priced items I have actually sent to a company called eBliss. And what they do is they store inventory and ship it for you when it sells. I'm actually going to have the couple who owns and runs and created eBliss on my channel on March 31st. So definitely mark your calendars if you want to learn more about this company. I'm trying them out so that I can speak from personal experience as to, whether or not I would recommend it. So far, I would say yes. I think it really is only worth it if you sell higher priced items, because it doesn't make sense to sell something for like $8 and then to also get tacked onto that, like storing fees and shipping fees and all that kind of stuff from eBliss. So for things that I'm selling for like $40, $50, it makes complete sense because I can free up space in my house and I save that time of not having to ship that item out. So it's been really nice. Like I said, I'm going to have them on my channel. I'll speak more about them and my experience and whether or not I would recommend them after I have more experience with them under my belt. But so far, I'm liking it. The next thing to sell was, I was so excited about this. It was this Smart Wool Merino Wool 250 base layer pullover in like this pink geometric print in a size extra large. I listed that for $60, I want to say. It got a ton of likes as soon as I listed it. And within one day, I was able to sell it for $48 using my closet clear out method. I did have $11.24 into that item. I will link that haul right here. I did get it at a local consignment store and I was willing to pay up for that because Smart Wool sells fast and it sells for a good amount. So after my cost of goods, after Poshmark fees, I made a profit of $27.16 on that. I probably could have got a little bit more for it, but I had just listed it and I was okay with that quick flip, like maybe I could have waited another week or another month and made a little bit more, but a quick flip is super fun. It's nice to just, get that item out of my house. And, we're kind of moving away from base layer weather. So I just thought it was safer to accept that offer than to sit on it. The person initially offered me like $25, I want to say, but I did not decline. You guys know that I do not like declining offers. And I was able to get her up to 48, which I was really comfortable with moving that item at. So really pleased with that sale. The next thing to sell was another great sale. It came from that same haul and it was this pair of Spanx distress released hem high-waisted jeans in a size medium. These actually sold to a viewer named Shauna. So Shauna, thank you so much. They sold to her for $65 using my closet clear out method. They took a week to sell. My cost of goods was $11.24. And after Poshmark fees, after my cost of goods, I still made a profit of $40.76 on those. And eBliss was able to ship those out for me. So lots of wins with that sale. Love it. The next thing to sell was this pair of Rock Revival Patty bootcut jeans. They were a low-rise jean, which, I'm not a super big fan of, but some people are saying that they're making a comeback. Please God. No. And they were in a size 25. They took 81 days to sell. They got a lot of attention. I had them listed at, I want to say $60. I did end up letting them go at $40. And so after my cost of goods, which was 80 cents because I got them at the consignment store, and Poshmark fees, I made $31.20. Not too shabby. That one, I think someone just sent me an offer. It wasn't even like closet clear out or anything, but I just went ahead and accepted. And then I had another closet clear out sale. It was this Cabby ivory cable knit layered lace up sweater in a size small. This sold for $40 using my closet clear out method. I believe I had it priced at $50. I had $5.63 into the sweater. It took 52 days to sell, and after cost of goods, fees, all that good stuff, my profit was $26.37 on that sale. Super exciting. And then I sold this pair of Mila Paoli leather orange slide-on wedges in a size 9. These took 124 days to sell. Should have really listed those bad boys. I had about $3 into those. I got them at like a sidewalk sale at one of my favorite local consignment stores. They sold for $18 using my closet clear out method. I just needed those bad boys out of my house. And after cost of goods and fees, I made $11.60. Not like the greatest flip. When shoes say made in Italy, they really get me. Like they really fool me into thinking that they must be amazing. Italians can make shoes that are not worth millions of dollars too. So I learned my lesson from those shoes. The next thing to sell was this pair of Nike Zoom Train. I knew when I wrote this that I was not going to be able to read it. I don't know what that says. Something fast, really fast. I don't know. Something fast, training shoes in a size 9. I believe I have about $3 into these. They sold for $20 after being listed for 146 days. So after fees and cost of goods, I made $13 on those. They were actually really cool shoes. They seemed really nice, but there was some wear on them, which is why I let them go for $20. And then over on Mercari, I had one sale, and it was my one Mercari sale of the week. Despite the fact that I've been cross-listing over there pretty religiously for the past couple weeks. But it was this Nike, I think it's Dry Fit, but I wrote down Fit Dry, which I feel like maybe that was like the older way that Nike used to say dry fit. I don't even remember, but it was just this, pullover that people wear when they go running in a size medium. I picked this up at the local consignment store for under $1. It sold for $15. They paid $5.99 for shipping because it was under a pound. And so I made a profit of $12.76. These lightweight Nike, dry fit pullovers, they sell pretty quickly usually. Like this one, I think sold, within like 2 weeks of being listed. They just don't usually sell for a lot. So typically I can get anywhere between like $15 and $24 for them, something like that. So, if you can get them for under $1 or something, they're worth it. And then on Saturday, which was March 20th, I had some decent sales. The first thing to sell over on Poshmark was, again, because of closet clear out having happened the day before. She saw the message the day after. I just sent her the offer. But it was this White House Black Market pink genuine leather belt in a size medium. It sold for $16 with discounted shipping. It took 140 days to sell. I did get that at the local consignment store, so I have about 80 cents into them. So after my cost of goods, after my shipping discount, and after Poshmark fees, I made $9.54 of profit on that, which was great. Belts don't really sell super well for me, but probably because I'm picking up like White House Black Market and Chico's and that sort of stuff. But I mean, it's still profit, so I'll take it. The next thing to sell was a great sale just because I only had it for 3 days, and it was this pair of Levi's 511 slim fit jeans in a size 31 by 32. They were in like a darker wash. They sold for $25. That was the offer that was sent to me. I think I had them listed at $35, but I was fine with the $25. I had $5.06 into those. My profit on those jeans was $14.94. The next thing to sell was a 2-piece bundle, and this went to a viewer named Kendra. So Kendra, thank you so much, and I hope you love everything. The first thing in the bundle was this Disney Mickey Mouse felt spell out sweatshirt in a size 2T. This was listed for 85 days, and my son did wear this. It was one of my favorite sweaters that he would wear because, look at how cute it is. The next thing in the bundle was this pair of Merrill blue red slip-on hiking shoes in a size 6 for toddlers. This was listed for 103 days, and I did have $5 into this. I picked it up pretty recently at a local children's consignment store. Their shoes are typically priced a little too high for resale, but I just wanted to get a few to add to my Poshmark closet. So those 2 items sold to Kendra for $35 with discounted shipping of $2.46. So after, all of my fees and cost of goods and all that stuff, I made $20.54 off of that bundle. So thank you so much, Kendra. And then the next thing to sell, I was really happy with too. It was this Joseph Ribkoff layered space dye sweater tunic in a size 12. It sold for $30 after being listed for 13 days on Poshmark. My cost of goods on that item was $3. I did get it at like a sidewalk sale at a local consignment store. And so my profit on that was $21. I was happy to sell that because that went to thredUP. They did not sell it. It got sent back. I just went ahead and listed it. I have so much inventory that I sent into thredUP that I now need to, go ahead and list, but it's selling, so I'm okay with it. And like I said, I did make $21 off of that. And then over on eBay, I sold another Lulu's dress. You guys know that I have a really hard time selling Lulu's, yet I continue to pick it up. But this sold for $27.90. That was the offer that I sent out to watchers. It was this white I wrote sleeveless, but it's strapless, crochet lace midi dress in a size small. I did do free shipping on that, and it was promoted at 1%. The shipping for that was $5.27. My cost of goods was $3.27. And so my profit on that dress was $16.29. Not bad for Lulu's. And then the next thing to sell was this J. Jill Wherever collection floral sheath dress in a size large. That I picked up at a local consignment store for under $1. That sold for my full asking price of, I wrote down $25.99. That was with them paying for shipping, and it was promoted at 1%. This same person bought another dress for me the same day, so I combined the shipping. So I said that the shipping on this was free, as in like I didn't have to pay for it because I paid for it on the other dress. So I made a profit on this dress of $29.40, which is great for J. Jill. And so the other dress that this person picked up was by the brand Talbot. So there's my other Talbot sale. And it was this beautiful pink ruffled sheath dress with ruffled sleeves. I got this for $11.24 at that same haul where I got the Spanx and the Smart Wool. I was willing to pay up for this because it was beautiful. Even though it was Talbot's, it was a larger size. And I don't know, I just saw someone wearing it for like Easter or at a wedding or something like that. It sold for my full asking price of $44.99 with free shipping. It was promoted at 1%. And so both of those items were able to fit into a padded flat rate envelope. So my profit on this particular dress was $21.04 after shipping and fees and cost of goods. So I'm really happy about that. Talbot's is typically a brand that I try to stay away from, but I don't know. I was just like, I need to get this dress. I had seen it on a previous trip and didn't pick it up then, but when it was, I think it was like 50% off sale this day, I was like, I'll just go ahead and try it and see what happens. And I was happy that I did. And then the last day of sales that we'll talk about here is Sunday, the 21st. Sunday is traditionally a really good sales day for me because usually it's closet clear out. And I don't know, I feel like people are just in a shopping mood on Sundays. You know, they're just kind of like hanging out at home, getting ready for the week, and just kind of vegging out with their phones. And a lot of people like to shop online. So on Poshmark, I had some great closet clear out sales. In fact, every single sale from Sunday on Poshmark was a closet clear out sale. The first thing to sell was this Lily Pulitzer Coralina seashell long sleeve dress in a size large. This I got at a local consignment store for $8, and it sold for $40 using my closet clear out method. So after all of the fees and cost of goods, I made $24 on that dress. It was only listed for 3 days. I was really happy about that. And that was another item that went to thredUP, didn't sell over there, and made its way back to me. So not mad about it. This is definitely very like springy, summery, so I'm not surprised that that sold when it did. The next thing to sell, I was so happy about because I've literally had these in my possession for like over 2 years. It's this pair of Cole Haan black leather open toe wedges in a size 6. They have been relisted and relisted. I think they've been sent to thredUP and then sent back to me. But after being relisted, it took 180 days to sell. I have about $6 into them, and they sold for $25 using my closet clear out method. So my profit on these shoes was $14. The reason why it took me so long to sell these is because when I picked them up and got them home, I could not find the size on them anywhere. And then literally like a year after I got them home, I finally like just kept seeing them in my death pile. And I was like, I need to figure this out. So I searched and searched all over on the shoes again. And I found them like really faint on the side of the inside of the shoes. So I went ahead and listed them. And lo and behold, a few relistings and 180 days later, they finally sold and gave me $14. Lord have mercy. The next thing to sell was also a really quick flip. It was this pair of new with tags Denali stretch hybrid walk shorts for men in a tan color. They only took 4 days to sell. I got them at a local thrift store. Denali is actually a brand sold at Sam's Club. Like I was at Sam's Club the other day. I had to take my car in to get my tires rotated, and I was like, oh, I'll just sit in like the, auto area while they're working on my car, and I will list. I like brought in my little Bluetooth keyboard and everything, and the man was like, there's nowhere to sit here, like we want you to shop. And I'm like, I don't want to shop. Like I don't have anything to shop for. So I literally went through like every single aisle of Sam's Club just like looking for things to buy, and I saw this brand there. So I was pretty surprised by this sale. I sold these for $25 using my closet clear out method. So my profit on those shorts was $17.63, and that was a fast flip. They probably could have gotten something very similar to those had they just gone to Sam's Club, and maybe for the same price if not less. So I don't know. The next thing to sell was this pair of Marmot tan convertible cargo pants in a size 32. These have been listed for 53 days, and I have $5.63 into those. These sold for $30 using my closet clear out method, and so I made a profit of $18.37. My father-in-law almost kept those. My mother and father-in-law came to visit last week, and I swear every time they come, they leave with like 50 pieces of new clothing, like shoes, bags, clothes, because they just shop my inventory. So he almost took these, but he didn't really like how they looked on him. Ooh, I just sold something. Oh, yay. So I'm like looking at my phone and excited about the sale. But anyway, the next thing to sell was this pair of Sperry brown lace-up boat shoes in a size 9.5. They were only listed for 35 days. They only sold for $18 using my closet clear out method, and that's because once I got them, I realized there was kind of a lot more wear to them than I thought. I had $5 into them, and so I made a profit of $9.40. Not like the greatest flip, but that's okay. And then I had one eBay sale this day, and it was this new with tags Talbots, again, beaded fish boat neck 3/4 sleeve shirt in a size medium petite. It sold for $20.99. That was the offer sent to me. That was with free shipping. So after, shipping and fees and my cost of goods, which was less than $1 because it came from that consignment store, I made a profit of $14.52 on that shirt. And then the last thing to sell, believe it or not, was a Kidizen bundle. It was 2 women's pieces and stuff that I really desperately wanted to get out of my closet. So I was really happy about the sale. The first item was this new with tags Forever 21 gray cropped hoodie. I got that for free from a friend, but I just went ahead and listed it because even though it's Forever 21, it was, new with tags. So I was like, someone's going to buy this. I'll make $5 or something off of it and I'll be happy with that. The next thing to sell was by the brand RBX, and it was this black gray workout shirt. I've had this thing forever. I got this for free as well, I believe. And so together the bundle sold for $29.67. I had a bundle discount of get 2 items or more and you can get like 15% off or something. So that was the bundle price with that discount. I did pay for shipping through Kidizen, which was $6.15 because those 2 items together were still under £1. And so I made a profit of $20.20 off of those 2 items that I got for free. It was a really great sales week, guys. I was just really, really thankful. And so over on Poshmark, I sold 23 items for a gross sales of $637. I have not made that much in gross sales on Poshmark in a very, very long time. So that was really exciting. The amount that I earned after shipping and fees, however, was $498.26. My cost of goods on those 23 items was $93.80. And so I made an actual profit on Poshmark of $404.46, which is great for me. I usually do not make that much in 1 week on Poshmark. Over on eBay, I sold 14 items, and that was for a gross sales of $507.70. After shipping and fees, that brought my total down to $420.20. My cost of goods on those 14 items was $63.98, and so my actual profits from eBay was $356.22. On Mercari, I sold that one item for a gross sales of $15. After fees, I earned $12.76. My cost of goods was 80 cents. And so when all was said and done on Mercari, I made a profit of $11.96. That doesn't make me feel like Mercari is worth my time, but that is 1 week. And then over on Kidizen, I sold 2 items. My gross sales was $29.67. The amount earned after shipping and fees was $20.20. There was a $0 cost of goods, and so I made a profit of $20.20. On thredUP, I sold 4 things. Customers paid $122.96 for those 4 things, but my payout on those items was only $33.89. My cost of goods on those 4 items was $1.60. So I made $32.29 off of thredUP. So in total, I sold 44 items last week for a gross sales of $1,312.33, which I am really proud of as a part-time reseller. After shipping and fees, my total drops to $985.31. My cost of goods for all 44 items was $160.18. And so I ended up making a profit this week of $825.13. That's like basically 5 timesing my money. You know, that's how the bin pickers talk. There, I was like, we made 10 times, 12 times the amount that we spent, you know, from our cost of goods. So I made 5.15 times the amount that I spent on my cost of goods, which I'm really happy with. And then I always like to share with you how I'm doing with the items that I sourced at that consignment store last year when I was allowed to go in and shop by myself and fill bags and boxes with clothes and shoes. So I have so far sold 552 items for a total of $9,079.58, which is great. This past week, I sold 29 women's pieces, 8 men's pieces, and 7 kids pieces. And finally, I usually don't share my average sales price with you because it's like embarrassingly low, but this was a really great week. My average sales price was $29.73. Now, if you factor in, you know, like my cost of goods and stuff, and if you want to talk average profit per item, that's a lot lower. It's $19.82, but still, I was really pleased with the week. I'm really pleased at how, you know, things are trending in terms of like higher priced items selling for me. I will never, ever stop selling things for like $5, $10, $12, you know, because I like to sell stuff that my kids outgrow, and I like to sell stuff that I'm getting rid of. And, you know, I like to move things like that. And, you know, I like to sell things that I get for free. One, because it's still money, you know, $5 here and there, it all adds up. And also because I like knowing that I am sending that item somewhere else. Of course I could donate it. Of course I could, you know, do X, Y, and Z with it, but I don't know if it's actually going to make its way into someone's home or if it's going to end up in the landfill, because whatever doesn't sell at, you know, a thrift store, it could end up going to like another country or being sold to like be turned into rags, or, you know, there's a lot of things that happen to stuff. But a lot of times, you know, that stuff just ends up going to the landfill. So this way I can guarantee that these things that still have a lot of life in them have new life. You know, they get to move on to another home and get some more use. And so that's why I still sell things, even if I'm not going to make a ton of profit. I'll still sell stuff for a low dollar amount just so I can, you know, make sure that it finds a good new home. But I'm also really excited about these like $60 sales, $50 sales. That makes me really happy too. So like I said, all in all, really great sales week. I would love to hear how sales have been for you. Hopefully they're picking up, especially with the stimulus check hitting everyone's bank accounts. I know not everyone, but a lot of people's bank accounts. That's been really great. That is it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you guys are so sad that this really long video has come to an end, you can actually continue to watch more What Sold videos from me. I will link my thrift haul playlist down in the description below, so you can just click on that link and watch all. I think I have like 107 of these videos at this point on my channel, so you can watch all of them if you want, but I will have that playlist down in the description for you. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.